Welcome you all students for the online class of social. Today we are going to learn about history in that popular beliefs and religious debates, which is the chapter 8 and part 1 we are going to learn. In this lesson we are going to learn about what is religion and how the religion got originated, and during the medieval period what are the religions were followed. These are the things we are going to learn in this lesson. I have mentioned some warm-up pictures. Look at the pictures. So different world religious symbols I have mentioned here, and the religious leaders of the world I have mentioned here. The leader of Hinduism, Christianity, Jainism, Judaism, like that many leaders are here in the picture. Have a look at the pictures. The next we are going to start with religion. First we have to know what is religion. Religion is nothing but a belief on a god or a person or a natural thing. So later on the natural thing or a person will change into God because of the faith on him. So that is the religion, which means the belief. A group of people or a group of family started to believe on something. This later on changed as the religion. So many religions are there. Each and every religion has a different rituals. So I have mentioned the rituals and the pictures of Christianity, Islam, Sikhism, Buddhism and Jainism. Have a look at the pictures. Yes. Next is the religions of medieval India. So medieval India made a drastic change in the religion. Several religions got emerged, okay, because of the new faiths. The people started to believe and started to practice the new orthodox methods. So that made a emergent of the religions, and they started to follow that and practice that. So I mentioned some religious symbols here also. Have a look at the symbols. So the good things also will be there in the religion and bad things also will be there. So the disadvantages of a religion means untouchability, caste system and the expensive rituals. These are the disadvantages. So many social reformers and religious reformers came into the medieval India, and they changed one by one. So the religious reformers, what they did, they preached about the equality and simple living of the religions, and they gave the importance of the God. Only a devotee can attain God through what? Worship. So these are the things they preached in the medieval period. Next we are going to see about the Bhakti movement. This is based on the Hinduism. So this origin in the South India in 7th century. The motto of the Bhakti movement is to worship God. You can only reach God through worshipping. So this is the motto of the Bhakti movement. And look at the pictures. You can see the picture of the Bhakti movement. The reformers are singing and dancing God's songs. So slowly what happened? The Bhakti movement got spread to the North India because of the travel of the religious reformers from one place to another, and the preach of them became to spread all over the medieval period. So this made a flourishment in the medieval period. So let's see the group of saints. There were two group of saints exist. One is Nayanas and Alvas. So Nayanas means the persons who worship Shiva, and Alvas means the persons who worship Vishnu. You can see the picture and you can understand easily. So in Tamil they'll call it as the Nayanmas. Okay, it will be easy for you to understand if I pronounce like this: Nayanmas and Alvas. So Nayanmas and Alvas, they both was same in some of the things. They followed same motto, like rejecting the caste system and untouchability. Those things were common among them, and the spreading the equality also was common among them. Only the thing, singing the songs and the god were changed, but the motto of them was same. So how they did and how they spreaded the messages means to the local languages they spread the messages. Okay. Next we are going to see about Nayanmas. So Nayanmas were 63 in numbers. In Periya Puranam they have mentioned full biography of the saints, and some of the main persons are Tirunavukarasar, Sundarar and Manikavasagar. They are the main persons. All they said only one thing: love is Shivam, which means God is love. Okay. If you love a person, if you love a thing, there is a God. There the God will be. That is the motto of them. And what happened later on, they started to write many songs and hymns, okay, and they made that as a book, and still the books are exist. You can refer library. And next about the alvas. So alvas are 12 in numbers, like Pogi Alvar, Budat Alvar, Peri Alvar, and I have mentioned all the 12 names here. You can read out that. And among them, the main persons are Nammalvar and Madurai Alvar, because they are the last two alvas, and they too wrote many verses. Venba means what? Verses. That means the wordings for God, praises for God about the Lord Vishnu. About Vishnu, they did everything. And the next thing is about the religious reformers. So, religious reformers, or you can call them as Bhakti saints. I have mentioned 7 names here: Adi Sankaracharya, Ramananju, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bashvana, Mirabai, Shankaradev, the Bhakti saints of Maharashtra. Let's see about them one by one. The first is Adi Sankaracharya. He belonged to Kerala and he born in the 8th century. He became as a saint in a young age and he started to do debates. Debates means what? He started to preach about the spiritual things to the persons and he traveled place to place. I have mentioned the picture of him. You can see the picture. And he believed in God, but he didn't believe in the rituals. And what he did is he mentioned a comfort zone like Jana, which means knowledge in order to reach God is salvation. If you attain the salvation only, you can reach the God. That is the main thing followed by Sankaracharya. And he re-examined the Vedic philosophies also and he rewritten those things. And next is about the Ramanuja. He belonged to Tamil Nadu and he lived in 1017 CE. And he is the person who spoke out about the rituals and equality. All are equal in front of the God. And only thing to acquire God is to be salvated. This is the thing. He too followed that. And next person is Bashvana. He also belonged to South India and he lived in 12th century and he preached about the linguistics, which means the saints, the young saints to come to the devotee. As devotee, the saints must be changed. So that is the thing he preached and he rejected the supremacy. Only the God must be in the supreme power. Other members are just workers of God. Like that, he followed this thing. And the next thing is Mirabai. She is a woman and she is a princess of Rajput. And she lived in 16th century. Even though she got married because of her husband's death in a battle, she became a devotee for Lord Krishna. And she started to sing bhajans and she sacrificed her life for Lord Krishna. The next is also about Mirabai. There is many things about a woman. Look at this. In the olden days, see how medieval people followed the God in a good manner. So what she did is she made a disciplined way and she followed Guru Ravidas. She took Ravidas as her main guru and she followed his words. Okay, and even though she was a woman, many people came to her to get lessons from her, to preach lessons from her. They came from Gujarat and Rajasthan, and many bhajans are still we are singing still now, which was sung by Mirabai. So such a wonderful devotee she is. The next is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So can see the picture of him. So he lived in 15th to 16th centuries and he made a reform in Bengal. Lived in Bengal. He did many kirtans for Lord Krishna. So he sang many kirtans for Lord Krishna and Radha. And also he did many caste or trade systems, and because of his nice songs many Hindus also got into him and started to listening his preaches. Okay, so such a wonderful person and such a wonderful singer he is. So only the other religious persons got attracted on him and he them also followed those things. Okay, the next is about Shankaradev. So he is the person who lived in Assam from 1449 to 1568 century CE. He lived in Assam, and what he did is he started to teach the Bhagavad Puranas, and he translated the Bhagavad Gita into Assami language. So he translated Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita into the Assami language so that the local persons can easily understand about that. The next is about the Bhakti saints of Maharashtra. Many Bhakti saints were there. I have mentioned few of them here. Tukaram. Tukaram is a saint and a poet of Maharashtra who lived in 17th century. So what he did, he paid poems. He wrote poems on the God and he preached to that way. And many women saints also got emerged during the medieval period. Next is also a person, and what he did is Vithala, so which means the avatar of Vishnu, which means the Lord Vishnu. Okay, Lord Vishnu. So they mentioned Lord Vishnu as the main, and they started to worshipping him. During all the days, they started to sing songs, bhajans, everything. All the persons, all the saints said one thing was same, which is equality. All persons opposed the rituals which hurt the people. All followed the simple life and they step into the world. So these persons are the social and the religious reformers. And in this lesson, we learn about what is religion and how the religion got originated, and the reformers, the religious reformers of medieval period. I hope you all understand the lesson. Thank you, students. We'll meet in the next class.